Okay, picture this. You're sitting in your living room, maybe sipping coffee, and suddenly you start to wonder, what's the weirdest thing a government agency has ever tried in the name of national security? Let's rewind to the 1960s. The world is locked in the Cold War, a time of paranoia, secret plots, and high-stakes espionage. The CIA, America's top spy agency, is under immense pressure to outsmart the Soviets at every turn. They're brainstorming, desperate for any edge, no matter how outlandish. You might imagine them coming up with hidden cameras tucked inside pens, agents in trench coats, or maybe even some gadgets straight out of a James Bond movie. And you'd be right, those things did exist, but the CIA wanted to go even further. But what if I told you they tried to use cats? Yes, actual living, breathing cats as undercover agents. Yeah, you heard that right. Not trained dogs, not birds, but ordinary house cats. The same ones that knock things off your shelves and ignore you when you call them. The project had a code name that sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, Acoustic Kitty. The idea was wild, even by CIA standards. Imagine a room full of serious engineers and scientists pitching this. What if we turned a cat into a mobile listening device? Here's how it worked. The plan was to surgically implant a tiny microphone in the cat's ear canal, a radio transmitter at the base of its skull, and a thin wire antenna running along its spine, all inside a living cat. The surgery was delicate, requiring both medical expertise and a willingness to try something never attempted before. The theory was cats are naturally sneaky. They're agile, quiet, and can slip into places humans can't. Who would ever suspect a cat of being a spy? The hope was that these feline agents could stroll right up to foreign officials, blend in, and eavesdrop on conversations without raising any suspicion. After all, who pays attention to a cat lounging nearby? The cat's hidden microphone would pick up every word, transmitting the audio back to CIA operatives waiting nearby. In theory, it was the perfect cover, an invisible spy hiding in plain sight. But this wasn't a cheap experiment. The CIA poured nearly $20 million, yes, you heard that right, $20 million, into research, surgeries, and months of training. They tried to teach cats to follow specific routes and ignore distractions, which, as any cat owner knows, is basically impossible. Finally, after all that time and money, the CIA was ready for a real-world test. They brought their high-tech, wired-up cat to a city street for its very first mission. The mission? To sneak up on a pair of Soviet diplomats chatting outside an embassy and record their conversation. The stakes were high and the team watched anxiously. But here comes the twist, the kind you just can't make up. As soon as they released the cat, it did what any free-spirited feline would do. It wandered off, completely ignoring its training, and headed straight into the busy street. And, in a tragic and almost darkly comedic twist, the cat was instantly hit by a taxi. The mission was over before it even began. That was the end, not just of the mission, but of the entire Acoustic Kitty program. Years of work, millions of dollars, and all that effort gone in a split second. After that, the CIA decided maybe cats are better at napping in sunbeams, chasing laser pointers, and ignoring humans than they are at being international spies. The lesson? Never underestimate a cat's ability to do exactly what it wants and nothing more. The program was quietly shut down, filed away in the archives of bizarre government experiments never to be spoken of again, at least not officially. And as far as anyone knows, the CIA never tried to turn pets into secret agents again, probably. But who knows what other strange ideas are still hidden in classified files. So next time your cat gives you that mysterious knowing stare, just remember, it's probably plotting world domination, but at least you can be sure it's not working for the CIA. Or can you? If you enjoyed this weird bit of spy history, hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable stories from the past. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye on your pets. You never know what they're up to.